It's okay. I'm gonna just cut certain parts out. I forgot that editing exists. Hey! Yeah, I gotta cut that out. That looked like AI or some shit. Okay, so. Okay, so. Yeah, I'll just put it up here. Um. Well, what do I say? It's a very good album. I haven't been able to listen to it in years. Let me just say that this is a whole series of albums that I have not been listening to for years, right? So it's fun to come back to see if I'm still like in that ear space. But apparently I wasn't in the ear space with this one. I wasn't because it's not my favorite anymore. I don't like it. It was something I listened to as a child. I really was a child at the time because it feels like I was super mature. Although this series will be about my favorite albums of the 2010s. Albums that I played, like the oldies used to say, out of style. You know, I played these out of style and I really, really, just stopped, or somewhere around the late 2010s, just stopped listening to them altogether. Really, these were more like early 2010s albums that I listened to, even if it's like 2015. Right. What the heck? I love the album cover. First, I'm going to give a review of the album cover. The album cover is very much a product of its time. Very much a product of its time. Can you see that? Can you see that? Oh my god. I really will have to get a better microphone. Like, dang. Anyway, maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe it's a part of the aesthetic, it being so cheap. But anyway, as I was saying, the cover is very much a product of its time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, I don't hate it still. Like, it might not be a strong cover, but I really, really like the vibes of it. Because if you know the early 2010s, it gives off this Tumblr vibe. Like, I know in that era, there was like this Tumblr vibe, dark Tumblr vibe. I just keep saying it because I don't know the words to describe the picture. Okay? Like I said, the picture should be right here. And it's a really nice album cover for me. Just my opinion alone. Do I think it'll sell well with other people mainstream? No, I do not. But yeah, that's that. So I wrote down my notes. Let's talk about Betty Who's the Movement. Okay, so the first track is very much a first track. I don't know if you can hear me because of it, but this is a messy first review. It's totally okay. Totally okay. Just think of me as your music friend that has like listened to every bit of music since existence because she's been around for a long time, but she won't tell you how old she is. Yeah. So just think of it like that. In my notes I put pseudo 80s and almost gives the vibe of a non-copyright piece, which is very true. Listening to the song, it does give me copyrighted vibes. The vocals are very choppy. They feel like they don't match up for some reason. I don't know why. It's just not a really good first song for me. Like, it sounds very much like a first song, but I don't think it's a good one. At least in my strong opinion. In my notes here, I put not very memorable, and that's probably because I just don't like it. I played this album a lot, and I don't actually remember the first track, so that's a bad thing. The vocals, like I said, are very choppy and they don't sync well. So that's my review of the first one. This is an EP, by the way. So it's easy to review it track by track, right? So you're just gonna get me giving it to you track by track. There are 4 tracks, and we're moving to the second one. So the second one is a lot better. The second is like a movie, but much better. The chorus is on a crescendo and might get annoying because it's slightly out of her range. That is a good no. That's a good no. So I basically said that the chorus of the song in the second one is like in the second song is very, very annoying because it's repeated. Like most pop songs, repetition is normal, right? But the thing about repetition, if you're going to be extremely repetitive in a song, make sure it sounds good. And make sure to make it sound good, you sing within your range. Okay, we don't want to be like Katy Perry saying firework. Okay, like it sounds good, but you can clearly tell she's singing outside of her range, and it can get annoying to hear. Anyway, um, I do really enjoy that melody though. Yes, here it is. This is so pretty. I love the opening. It's a really good opening. Very, like, I don't know why. It could me be nervous or something, but it's just not totally memorable overall though. It's not completely memorable. But I do love that. That is that's really cute. I like it. Uh, anyway, like I said, good melody. I love the opening. She's slightly outside of her range for the chorus, so it can get a little bit annoying. Really good, but not that good. Like I said, not memorable. The whole thing overall is low key giving. I think when I was younger, I was way too into my white side because I am mixed. I am a mixed individual. And I think I was just way too into my white side, and that's what drew me to albums and music like this because honestly it's giving pure white people pop like in a movie. Like for sure it's giving me pure white people pop in a movie, and it sounds good. Like if I was watching a little happy-go-lucky movie maybe on Disney or Nickelodeon, this type of music would fit right in. Like it could even be about adults. I'm just saying it's very, very just movie-esque. I don't know what else to say. Very movie-esque, right? So the third song is right here. Okay. I remember that one. I remember the name of that one. I used to think that was such a nice, lovely song. It made me feel sleepy, and I listened to it, and it was really good. Now hearing it again after all these years, in my notes I put very movie esque. Really drives home this white people pop, good song, but not into it. That's the problem. It's a very good song, but I'm not that into it anymore. I feel like I was way more into it back then in the 2010s, like in 2015, but not now. So I feel like it came out way before that though. So the fourth one is the best one, hands down. The fourth one's the best one. Uh, the vocals are perfect here. She is totally within her range because she sounds good. You know, an artist is in perfect range on a song when their vocals are perfectly syncing up with the instrumentals, almost like it's a duet. That's what the song should sound like, right? Like they're duetting with the instrumentals, and it looks like, I mean, looks to your ears like heaven, right? It's really good. The best example of a really good duo would be Bruno with anybody talented, really. Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. They were a beautiful duet in there, and that's what it sounds like almost. Like that's what it sounds like. Actually, not almost, but that's what it sounds like when an artist is doing that, but with the instruments and not with another human being. The vocals So the vocals are perfect. Very much 80s without the cheese, okay? There's no cheese involved in this one. Um, overall, I'd say it's not my favorite anymore. And the last song is my biggest recall. Like, High Society. Like, I love it. I love that song. It's a really good song, and I would go back to listen to it again. It definitely is a repeater. Is the whole album a repeater? Not unless I'm feeling particularly white that day. That is what makes it a repeater. So overall, I'd say I love the melody in between verses of the second track. The fourth song is my favorite. Would listen again. Don't want to hear the first one really. It's not a repeater, but it's very 2010s, so it has its charms. Solid EP. Solid silver, pure white people pop that makes you feel happy and might remind you of the 2010s and even the 80s. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Tune in because the next video I'm gonna review Christian music. Yikes, right? Because Christian music hasn't always been reviewed well.